Hey everybody, this is Mark Richards, the owner of Wasatch Recovery and a proud sponsor of Todd Sylvester's BeliefCast. We are excited to have you join us as we discuss Wasatch Recovery's unique treatment programs for overcoming addictions and techniques for developing a healthier lifestyle. We call this the Wasatch Way. Wasatch Recovery's goal is to instill hope, teach resilience, and help you achieve recovery. Enjoy today's podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Todd Sylvester with the Todd Inspires BeliefCast. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to do another episode of the Wasatch Way, and I'm joined by the owner of Wasatch Recovery, Mark Richards. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I love it. Every week. Love this.
Yeah, this is exciting, man. This is, I think, our fourth one now, and feedback's been fantastic, and we're going to keep growing this, and so thank you for joining me today.
No, thanks for having me always.
Yeah, so we were talking off the air of kind of what direction we wanted to go with this one, and we love all the extra things we do on top of just our normal therapy, our normal life coaching with these clients. We do a lot of things to help these people connect. And a very famous thing that you hear all the time, a very famous line, very popular line is connection's the opposite of addiction. Because again, when you're an addict, you isolate typically, especially from the ones that really do care about you. You might be hanging around the wrong crowd, but those connections aren't the ones you need. So we hear that a lot, connections the opposite of addiction, and we do so much here at Wasatch to help our clients once they leave residential and day treatment and IOP to continue to connect with us. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on these, Mark, and why you kind of put this all together that way.
Well, when we first started, not knowing a whole lot on this industry, we just really started and built it into this model and started asking the residents themselves, what do you need? What do we do and what can we do to help you stay connected?
Yeah.
And we just started taking suggestions.
Yeah.
And over the years, we built just such an amazing community, aftercare, if you want to call it that, for people to know that outside of their immediate circle, they're still connected to Wasatch Recovery and that they always will be. And I think that we've created numerous areas around that allow people to feel comfortable and be able to come back and stay connected.
Yeah, I love that. I was just meeting with a client earlier this morning, one of our clients here in residential, and this girl that's here, she was really sad thinking that she doesn't have that connection with her family right now. Her family's kind of written her off, and she felt really sad. And it was so great. I looked her right in the eye and I says, Wasatch is your family right now. I go, and as you utilize this support that you have, eventually your family will come around. But right now, Wasatch is your family. And dude, she loses it. She just starts crying, dude. And I'm like, wow, and it just felt so good. And she even said, thank you so much for saying that. I needed to hear that, because she goes, I have felt so alone in my mind about my family. And I said, yeah, we're your family for right now. Yeah. And just, lean on that.
Well, we have to. We have to stay close, and they need to know that somebody is there. Mm-hmm. And just like our mission statement says, we're creating hope back in their lives. And if we're not there for them when the times get tough, they've already burned those bridges with the immediate people.
Right.
And we, as a third party, can still be there and be that family in the meantime.
Yeah.
And I just love that.
Yeah. We talk about the Wasatch Way a lot. Like we try to do things differently. We think out of the box. We do things a little differently. Not that we're saying we're better than anyone else, but man, it's a different approach. And we hear, Mark, all the time, how many times have we heard, I want to work here?
I love that. And believe it or not, at any given moment, probably 25 or 30% of our staff are people who have come through the facility. And that just gives me a lot of pride. But I also see what it does for them.
Yeah.
Is it gives them the opportunity to stay close and to connect.
Yeah.
And what an amazing thing for a resident to come back and be on the other side of the fence.
Right.
To be able to say, I stood here. To be able to say, I know what you're going through. To be able to do those things and go, I'm over here.
Yeah.
And trust me, follow the process.
Exactly.
It'll do you some great.
Yeah. And what I love too is what we do, and I want people who are listening to understand, Another thing that we do with our residents who have gone through our program that are doing well, we allow them to come back twice a week. We line up we call it a speaker hour for the residents that are currently in, and they get to hear from someone that's been through the process just recently who's doing really well.
And again, the feedback on that, not only from the residents who are in at that moment, but the individual who gets to come back and tell their story.
Wow, so true.
The empowerment that it gives to them, and the confidence and the opportunity to overcome that fear again, to be able to tell that story. And it takes them right back to that moment. And man, what an awesome thing.
Yeah. And if you were to walk up to that person after they're done, do you feel connected to this group? And they'd say, absolutely. Again, connection is the opposite of addiction. It's such a beautiful thing to watch.
It really is. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love this area of what we do.
Yeah.
Just being able to have so many different things that we can provide to give those people that connection.
So let's talk about some of those other things that we're doing besides those things. We've got softball, we've got alumni, we've got an event coming up that I want you to mention to our listeners. That's something we love doing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about that.
Well, there's numerous activities that we have created for our residents and all of our alumni, and not only our alumni, but people from other facilities. So again, just starting off with sober softball. A lot of people are familiar with that now, but we have an entire sober softball league that we run, and it gives these people an opportunity on a Friday night to come out with their families, with their kids, stay connected not only to the facility that they came through, but to other facilities and other people that are in the same situation as they are. And the comfort that brings is amazing, and they look forward to it constantly. And you don't even have to play softball, but it gives them a place to come, and if they're not going to play, they can just sit there and associate. And again, we just see that as such an important thing, and it's been proven over and over and over that it works. They love to come. We have 4 teams at Wasatch Recovery.
Wow, that's awesome.
And we've got residential teams, we've got alumni teams, we've got we even had a lot of our employees who are old residents, but not even just residents. We've all played on these teams at one time or another, and what a great opportunity for them to do that on Friday night.
And what's interesting too, we start softball usually as soon as the snow stops in February, and we go all the way until it starts snowing again. So we take a big chunk of the year to play that. Yeah,
we really do, and they look forward to it, and that's what's so great is they're looking forward to that each and every year to be involved. And it's healthy. It's healthy for the mind, it's healthy for the soul. You're outside. We just saw a huge opportunity there with sober softball to keep many people connected. And what a great thing. So, and one thing we do at the end of the year, too, for our listeners, at the end of the softball season, we do like a big party. We give out prizes like bats and, it's just prizes that people have done well. They get pizza and all that. And we invite everyone, all the other treatment centers, and it's quite the party. Well, for years, we played in a competitive league in Sandy, and there's probably people that listen to this that play in that league, and what a great league it is. But we found that there's a lot of people that feel uncomfortable playing in that competitive league, and we tried to create a situation where everybody feels comfortable to come and play. On top of that, in some of these places, you might win a shirt, if you're the winner of the league. Kirk and some of the other staff who help on this have put together such an opportunity for them to get together, to have these events where they're literally, taking up the entire bowling alley and eating pizza and taking home bats and bags and balls and different items, and you just see the joy that it brings to their face, and it just makes you so happy.
I love that. Another thing we do is alumni meeting. I think we've already mentioned that before, but talk about why that's so important. That's usually on a Sunday night. And who gets to come to that typically?
So our alumni meeting is at 6 o'clock on Sunday evenings, and it's at our outpatient building. And I'll give you the address right now, Toddy. It's 7869 South and 7th East in Sandy. And it's just a wonderful meeting that is not really based around it. It is an AA modeled meeting, but a lot of times when you go to AA meetings, you're hearing all these people that are hanging on by a thread. Yeah. We look at it as kind of a celebration to get together and to come and see your old mates, and to be able to get your chip and be happy and tell your success stories. And if somebody's struggling, that they're there, being able to connect with those people that aren't struggling, and they can get some inspiration. So it's a great meeting, and it's an open meeting.
For sure, and I love it. And I love, it's not what your typical, like a drunk-a-log where everyone's up there going, here's how much I did and this and that. It's more, here's the success, here's why I'm doing well. It's more of that, and I love that part about our meeting. It's a good vibe in there.
Great vibe. We often say this, there's a spirit in that meeting that's unlike any other AA meeting that you'll ever go to.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth anybody coming over and trying it.
Yeah.
6 o'clock on Sunday nights at our IOP.
I love it. I'm telling you, if you, for anyone who says they're spiritual, and a lot of people say that's where they're at, you will feel the spirit there. I'm just going to say it. You will walk out of there going, wow. I mean, it is like nothing you've ever experienced in your life. And so, I would challenge anyone who's struggling to go take a look at that and walk out of there. Again, it's that connection piece.
Absolutely. It
right?
really is the connection part that gives you that burning feeling and that spiritual feeling. And there's going to be people that struggle that go there, but that's what's so great about it is they can walk in and immediately they reconnect if they're not connected. Yeah. And that's what's so important is that they reconnect with the people that they've seen in the past or new individuals for that matter.
And I do want to mention on Saturdays in the same building, we do another meeting called Wasatch Recovery. It's more of like a holistic based meeting, which is really cool. And that's taken off. Started with just a few people, and now a lot of people are showing up. Again, we have so many options for people who come to this. And I always say this, you're part of the Wasatch family the moment you come here.
Absolutely.
It's game over. You're in it.
Yep. From day one, we say that to people. You could be here one day or you can be here 100 days.
Yeah.
You're part of the Wasatch family the minute you walk in the door. If you come to one of our alumni meetings and you've never come to treatment, you're part of the Wasatch family.
Yeah.
And if you need help or if you need just somebody to be a friend, we ask people to, hey, just be assertive enough to ask.
Yeah.
And we'll be there for you.
Yeah. Love it. So why don't we talk about this big event we're doing that's coming up on the 13th?
So every year, probably my favorite night, I'll just speak for me, probably my favorite night of the year is we host an alumni barbecue at Wasatch Recovery.
Yeah.
And this year it's on September 13th. And it starts at 6 o'clock, and it's up at our inpatient building, which is at 8420 South and Wasatch Boulevard. We have a big event planned, and each year we have a huge barbecue.
Yeah.
And it gives people from any time. We see people from 10 years ago come to this. They bring their families, they bring their kids, and we host this barbecue, and we often see 350, 400 people come.
Yeah.
And so anybody out there who needs that connection, we've invited, and our alumni get to come. And again, we get to see them in their moment now. And what a gratifying moment for us.
Yeah.
But I think for them, they also get to look around and see their old cohorts again and go, hey, isn't it amazing to be alive?
Yeah.
And we've got such a great setting up here. It's right up on the east bench of the mountains.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
So it's just my favorite evening of the entire year. And honestly, I just look forward to it every year.
Yeah, it's really cool to think. We're well past the 2,000 client base that has gone through who have come through Wasatch, right?
Yeah.
And so, we typically, like you said, we get 350, 400 people at this barbecue. And like you said, you see people that were here 10 years ago and to see that they're doing well, it is like the most amazing thing.
It really is. And to see them happy with kids and their spouses and family, and it's just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just another great thing that we do.
Well, Mark, and I'm going to give you some props too, because again, it starts from the top, and you make everyone feel like their family. Like, you know, Kirk's sitting in an office with us right now as well. He would agree. Like, you make not just your employees, but every client that walks through here, you just go out of your way to make them feel like they matter. And I don't care what anyone thinks. This isn't like it at any other places. I mean, you're the real deal. And I'm just going to give you some props that it starts from you, and you set the tone in that way.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, because I really do try hard, but I don't just try. And I'll be honest, that's one of the things I say to people: just do it. Yeah. And I always say, think of Nike, just do it. And that's what I do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to do it any different. I'll be honest. I just love people. I love good people. And we all know that most every human being on this earth is a good person. They may be making a lot of errors in their life, but we know that deep down we're good. Yeah. And we want to be good. And they may not feel like they're good at the moment, but I tell you, I've met more people in this arena that are just blow me away how amazing they are.
Right. Well, again, with our theme, connection's the opposite of addiction. If anything, I can ask any client, do you feel connected to Mark, the owner? And they'll say, yeah. And I go, you'll get that nowhere else. I promise you. That's another thing that sets us apart, dude. And it's amazing. Yeah, and it's awesome. Again, really, connection is, you're never more fully alive when you feel connected. And when they feel connected to the guy that owns this place, they just go, man, I've never, we've had people that have been to other treatment centers. Oh, yeah. They're like, never seen it before.
Yeah. Well, I really do care about each and every person's well-being. Yeah. And I think we've talked about this in some of our past episodes. I think we're probably the only facility that begs people to stay longer. Yeah. In our industry, a lot of people are trying to get people out quickly to turn things over, and we see it just the opposite. Yeah. And so true. Any old resident's probably chuckling right now, because we do. We're constantly hounding on people to stay longer. Stay longer. Mm-hmm. Get this. There's opportunity here. Opportunity does not come along very often. Take it while you've got it.
Yeah. No, I love that, Mark. So shifting gears just a little bit, but with the same theme. If there's some alumni listening to this right now who are struggling, if there's anyone listening to this who's struggling, who may not feel connected, what's some advice that you could give them right now, Mark, that could help them in this moment?
I've always said, if you just get enough courage to come and speak to us, take a tour, feel what we have, we will help you get over the top and make that decision to do something different.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I think that's the hardest part, is like just coming up and saying something. And, like I said, we've said before in our previous episodes, Mark's always here. He's always willing to talk to anybody. I've never once seen you go, nope, I'm not talking to that person. Never once seen that. You're always like, yeah, you'll drop everything and you'll talk. So if you're struggling, come up to what we call the barn. And if you just have to sit on the couch and wait for Mark to walk by because you don't know where he's at, grab him and he'll spend an hour with you. I guarantee it.
Well, it's a fun part of the job to be able to do that. And again, I think one thing that makes us all different is we all get that opportunity to do that. Yeah. When somebody's there, if they're struggling, if they just want to share their feelings, if they're happy and just want somebody to know it. Yeah. We're always sitting there willing to listen, and that's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. Yeah, is just sit and listen. Yeah, and I still have to work on my listening skills, but no, it's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity, and I really feel that it's an opportunity to sit and talk to somebody, to help somebody. If they make the choice or not at that moment, we're planting that seed, and we've given them a little bit of comfort. There's a lot of people that have gone to a rehab and had a terrible experience. Right. And they can walk in the door and I can reshift that thinking as far as getting some help.
Yeah.
And say, it's not always like that.
Right.
We can do it differently. And I promise you, when you walk out of here, you're going to be happy.
Yeah, I love it. It reminds me of a story once. This is a few years ago. I was walking here we call it the barn. It's where our offices are. It's where our yoga room is and our processing room is, if you don't know what we're talking about. But I was walking past where we have some couches where people can wait, and there was a former resident just sitting there, and I thought, wow, are they either checking in or, they got an appointment? What are you doing? And I asked him, what are you doing here? He's like, I was struggling, and I just wanted to sit in here and feel the goodness of this place.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, that's someone who's in it to win it, man. It was so inspiring, but again, feeling connected.
Oh,
right.
It's amazing. and I can think of numerous examples just like that. We had one resident, and she knows who she is, but she came here literally for years and would just come and sit on the couch for a minute until she knew that she was okay.
Yeah.
And that connection allowed her to just be okay.
Exactly.
And she's been clean ever since.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I, again, appreciate you're a busy man with talking to a lot of people. Thank you for taking time today to talk with us and doing this Wasatch Way. Again, I look forward to this just like you do, and I love sitting down with you. I'm one of the lucky ones that gets to sit here with you. If someone wants to reach out to you, Mark, or to Wasatch, what's the best way for them to do that?
So there's a couple ways. Obviously, we have our websites, wasatchrecovery.com, livingaddictionfree.com, our phone numbers. You can text, you can send us emails, whatever you need to do there. But I'd like to just give a couple of phone numbers. Our general number is 801-901-0024. And then if you need to call me directly, my mobile phone is 801-898-7778. And I'll take anybody's call. If I don't answer right off the bat, I'll get right back to you as soon as I can.
It's pretty cool. You give your personal number out. That's, again, unheard of, right? We're doing something different here, folks. Yeah, I love it, Mark. So cool.
Well, we love what we do, and it shows.
Yeah, 100%. Well, again, thank you for joining us in the Wasatch Way, Mark, and for sharing your insights on what we do here. Again, our alumni barbecue is on Monday the 13th at 6 p.m. Please come up to our place. Come check it out. We don't even care if you've never been here. You can come have and get a meal, right?
Yeah.
We won't care.
Yep.
We don't care, but come join us and come check out, like Mark said, if you're struggling, come up and talk to us. Talk to Mark, talk to myself. Anyone that's up here would love to help you. And, just come have the strength to say something. And we love you guys. And again, Mark, for your time, I appreciate it. And everyone tuning in week after week, we love you. Take care.